What up, YouTube? Webhead Mike here, and while Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves is a movie I did enjoy and can recommend to the general audience, looking at the projections for its box office opening weekend of only $27 or $30 million, it doesn't seem many are sharing my sentiment. And I can certainly see it. I'm not quite a normie. I'm very particular about this. I love tabletop role-playing games. I've had my experience with Dungeons & Dragons, so I already have a connection to it. But I looked at it objectively and thought, there's enough here for the average person to connect to. I was actually apprehensive about this movie because I was worried that, oh man, I hear them about denigrating their male leads because they think it's fun and fresh, which is stupid. They're going to have all this stupid, quippy dialogue that's just going to come off as cringe but not funny. And then lo and behold, I was pleasantly surprised to see those weren't the cases. And it's even more hard to grapple with because now I'm hearing that it could do worse than Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. I mean, that's a movie I actually want to see. But I have to imagine that this should do better than that, if only because with the current DC slate of movies, we know that there's a reboot coming with James Gunn, so some audience members might be given a pass because they might think, well, this movie isn't going to affect what's going to happen going forward, so why should I get invested in Black Adam, Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, or whatever else is coming out? But E1, a Hasbro company, because this is a Hasbro movie, this has modern technology, tools, and everything else an artist would want to make their dream happen, and they had a budget of $150 million, which is almost like what a high production movie would have, like something out of Marvel. But with a budget that high, an opening weekend that small, you would have to pray to whatever deity you worship that it has legs better than Top Gun Maverick and Avatar 2, because otherwise there's no way it's going to make its money back, let alone get anywhere close to $1 billion. And there was a lot riding on this movie because Paramount Plus wanted to have their own TV streaming service alongside this. They wanted to have so much to go along with it to get people hyped for it. But it seems the general audience doesn't share my sentiments, which I can respect. Not everyone's me, thank God. I'm weird enough as is. I don't need more of me running around. But you have to wonder, like, how did this happen? And part of it could be that, all right, there are some gripes you can have with the movie, like maybe it being too fast-paced, not having really enough time for some connective moments, and maybe I read too much into things, but everything I saw on screen is what I saw on screen, and maybe I did read into too many things and it's passing by too many people and it doesn't connect with them. But another thing might be that, I don't know, you look at the stat blocks that were released on D&D Beyond and they don't quite match up with what should be in the game or in the movie. I mean, for example, Holga Kilgore speaks halfling, but her significant other is a gnome. At least I think it's a gnome because it's wearing feet. I'm sorry, it's on its feet, it's wearing shoes. And if you're a halfling, you don't. But no, man, I thought looking at this, it would objectively be solid. But another two big problems this movie has is that it is sandwiched between titanic competitors in John Wick 4 and Super Mario Brothers. John Wick. Now there is a series that keeps getting hyped and hyped and hyped and better and better and better every single time. And then you have Super Mario Brothers movie that is getting hyped and hyped and hyped to oblivion. And now we see Chris Pratt coming out saying, you know, I understand fans not getting all hyped for me because I don't sound like Mario in the trailer, but hey, give me a chance with this. We're not trying to make something that's a cash grab on your childhood. We want to make something that is connective and emotional and heartfelt. So that way you have something to look forward to over the next 10 years as we build out a Nintendo cinematic universe. Mind blown. The idea that we could get like a Star Fox movie coming up, maybe a Legend of Zelda series, maybe culminate with a Super Smash Brothers. That is Titanic indeed. And then you have John Wick with endless choreography, the art of violence perfected on screen. And God knows how many good emotional moments and payoffs, setups, and phenomenal acting. Dungeons & Dragons, I mean, if people are now respectfully being more conscientious of what they do with their money, and they have every reason to. You work hard for your money, so you should get all that honey that you want. In Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, while I can recommend it, man, I guess I can understand if some people don't go for it when they could also just go for John Wick 4 and then just wait a week, maybe save up some money, and then they have enough to go off and see Super Mario Brothers. Can't blame them. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's been about 6 minutes. I thank you for your time. Please consider liking and subscribing. Did I get anything right, wrong, something to add? Let me know. Until next time, Webhead Mike, out.